Programming Basics. Hello friends. Today we will start with a new topic. Introduction to Programming. You might have heard something called as programming languages. The elder people talk about Java, C++, C. This kind of programming languages are used to write computer software. These software are done by people who have completed computer science, engineering, etc. But do you know that at your age, you can learn programming? To do so, you need to basically learn the basics. Today, we will start programming at very basics. From that you can learn the basics well. You can learn the more advanced programming later. Shall we start? Let's start with the very simple Tom and Jerry games. We all like Tom and Jerry. Now let us see. Tom is the cat and Jerry is a mouse. Tom always tries to chase and catch Jerry. That's the story. But here we have a game. It's like a chessboard and have some obstacles. Now the Tom can actually move on this like a pawn in the chessboard, and he has to go and catch Jerry. How do we do so? There are some rules. He cannot hop over those obstacles. He has to go step by step, only one single step at a time. Let's see how it happens. If you tell the Tom the commands like this: left, right, up and down, he will move one step to the right or one step to the left or bottom or up. So you can keep on giving those commands till he reaches Jerry. So I will show you one and later you can also do. Let's start now. So what I will do is, this is my program. The program is simply saying right, up, 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 right, 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 down, down, left, and I reached Jerry. Did you see this? He had to go one time towards right, 3 times up. That is 1 up, 1 more up, and 1 more up. That is 3 ups. Then again 3 rights, 1 right, 2 right, 3 right. Then he should go 2 times down. First down, second down. Then he will take 1 left. Then he got Jerry. Okay, so we just give a sequence of right, up, down, left commands. These are the only commands allowed. We cannot use any other commands, that is not allowed. Now, what did we do? We wrote a program. So, what is a program? Program is simply a sequence of instructions. So what are these instructions? Right, up, right, down, left. These are instructions. And we give a sequence one after the other. So those sequence of instructions is called a program. So just by looking at Tom and Jerry, we learned what a programming part is. Now let's move forward to the next step and see, can we make more interesting programs? Here, you need to write a program for this. Can you? So again we have to use same commands: left, right, up, and down. So now I'll wait for a few minutes. Let's see, can you write it or not? I'll explain this to you. Now, if we start from here, that is from Tom, we take 1 right, then go up, up, then 1 right, 1 more right, then take up, then again 1 right, 1 more right, then again up, 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 left, left, then down. Isn't it a long program? Let's see how it looks. Here is the program. Right, up, up, right, right, up, right, right, up, 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 left, left, down. So, now you learned programming, how to write a program. This is what our program is, and now Tom is simply following the instruction that we give. So what we did was we gave instructions. And now after giving instructions, we told Tom to follow our instructions. That's called running a program. First we wrote the instruction. Then we have run the program. Now let's take another program. This time, we have added 2 more commands. We made the game a little more complex than what was there. If you look at the left side, you can see the commands left, right, up and down. We have added loop, n, begin, end. What do they mean? We will see that. But first, however, it is possible to write the program without the new commands. Now you already know how to write that. You can say, up, 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 up. To go upwards, then right, right, and then down, 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 down. To go downward, then say right, right, then go up, 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 up. And we reached. But here you were writing so many times up, 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 up. Around 7 times we had to write up command. Instead I can say up 7 times. For that there is a command called loop. Loop means repeat. Repeat what is written. For example, here in the program, I will say loop 7, begin, end. Then what does it mean? It means between the words begin and end, we basically have one word called up. It is a single command, which means 7 times you do this up. Now you see this. Begin, end. Just repeat what is there in between these words. Up. Repeat 7 times. After that you will use normal right command. Then again you have to come down 6 times. Now I'll say loop 6. Begin, down, end. Means 6 times you do down. After that when it reaches down, again, right, right. Now you have to again go up, again loop 6. So, when you do this, you have written the program. Now, the length of the program has become smaller. Earlier program was very, very big. If you had to write up, up, up several times, we need 2 pages or 3 pages to write the program. But now we reduced it. So what we did was, we learned a new thing called looping. Now we give this instruction to Tom and asked him to run. Let's say he will run as per my program. See, Tom is running along the path as described by the program. So what did we learn? We learned that repetitive task can be looped. Whenever there is repetition, we will loop it. Try doing this program yourself. Have you written the program? Now let's correct it. Here is the program. Good, you have written it correctly. Okay, now let's look at next program. Here, again we have left, right, up, down commands, plus a new command called loop n. N is just a number, like loop 7, loop 8. We write begin and end. In between, we will insert what we want to do. So here, what would we insert? Let's think about it. We start from the place where Tom is. Then we will take a right, then up, right, up, right, up, right, up, right, up, right, up. So fundamentally, what we did was many times we did simply right and up, and we repeated right up many times. So how do we do this in the program? See, 6 times. We repeated something called as right and up. So since I wanted to repeat right up, I inserted the 2 commands in between begin and end. It is not always just one command. You can put any number of command, as long as you understand them. Here, 6 times we do right up. You got it? Now let's see. We will ask the Tom to follow the instruction. We will run the program. See? So quickly Tom went right up 6 times and reached Jerry. We could also write the program in different way. What can be done? Originally, Tom was at this point. He can take left, then keep going up, then take the right till the end here, and then he will again go down. He would have reached Jerry. Let's say if you want to write like that, what kind of a program we will write? You can write an alternate program like this. So go 1 left, then loop up 7 times, then loop right 7 times, then 1 down. He reached Jerry. However, you have to understand one thing here. Both are correct programs. Both the programs worked. Both has the same result. But the first one is the better program than the second. Why it is a better program? You see, the length of the first program is so small when compared to the second. We have used the idea to optimize the first program. But the second is a big program. Small one is always better. So now we have a good understanding of the programs. And now we will move forward to the next. Here we have completely a new thing. Here we are not using Tom and Jerry board or something like that. You can have different kinds of programs. Now here we have a task. We need to do something. What's that? There are 3 jars or containers. Now what I want to do is, jar 1 and jar 3 contains some liquid. Jar 1 has some liquid and jar 3 has blue color liquid. What we want to do is, we want to interchange the liquid between 1 and 3. How can we do that? If we try to pour 1 into 3, it will get mixed up. So we can't do that. So what we will do is, we will pour the content from 1 into 2, then pour 3 into 1, and then pour 2 into 3. You understood? We just used one more empty jar. Think about it. We don't have any other way. Now we don't have left, right, up, down commands. We have different commands. We have move n, m. This n and m are just some numbers. Here, if we use it just as jar numbers 1, 2 or 3. If I give commands as move 1, 2, it means move the content of 1 to second jar. That is the meaning. So let's see how to write the program for interchanging the contents. So how do we do this? We will say move 1, 2. Means whatever is there in jar 1, move it to jar 2. Next we need to move the content in 3 to 1. Here, n is 3, m is 1. So we will say move 3, 1. So half of the program part is done. Next we need to move the content in 2 to 3. For that we will say move 2, 3. The whole idea is that by giving 3 instructions, we are able to interchange what was there in 1 to 3 and 3 to 1. So now, what do we want to learn here? We wanted to learn whenever we wanted to give a command, we are also giving the numbers along with that. Earlier we used to give commands like up, down, right, left. That's all. Here commands contain some numbers along with that. These numbers are called parameters. So here, move is a command. The numbers 1 and 2 are called as parameters. Some commands have parameters and some may not have parameters. Numbers will mean differently in different programs. In this program, we use it as jar number. So we understood one thing, that commands can have parameters. Now we are having a very different kind of program. Here, we don't have Tom and Jerry or jar as in our previous program. We have new kind of program, which is a writing kind of program. I want to draw this picture. How will I tell my computer to draw this picture? Let's think it as a robot. How will I tell the robot to draw this picture? So the way to do that is, there are some commands. Here we have a pen to draw. Now, we need to understand one thing. Whenever we draw something, things are very intuitive for us. We don't need to have too many instructions. We just look at it and draw it. But for a robot or a computer, we have to give it every small instruction. If you don't give it, it will not do the task properly. How will you give? You should give very simple instructions like take the pen up, put the pen down on the paper, go to the left, go to right. Like that you have to give every instruction. Now, we have the pen at the top right corner. The first thing we have to do is take the pen up and basically start moving. Because if you keep your pen down and move, it will write. If you simply want to move without writing, take the pen up and move. Okay. Now we will look at the program. So what can we do? It's a huge program. Just to draw it. To understand this program, let's check the instructions given here. First, we have given the command. Pen up means we are at the top corner. From there, we will lift the pen as we should not write. We have to come right thrice. Every write is just one step. After that, you have to come 5 times down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times down. Observe that I did not write down 5 times. I just use loop, that's repeat. Once I come down, I will start writing. To draw, I need to keep the pen down. I'll keep the pen down and 13 times we should take right. 13 times we go to the right by keeping the pen down. That means it is drawing there. You see. After that, you need to come down. Then we should take 5 times left. Then again down 8 times. Then left 3 times. Then 8 times up. Then again left 5 times. And 2 times up. You reached. That is the end of the program. Understood how to write. So now let's see how basically it works. Now let's start from the beginning and ask the robot to run this program. So he does the pen up, takes right, then comes down. Then pen down and run continuously and completes the program. So we finished writing T. This is how you instruct a robot to do something. See how complex it is. Okay, so you should know that the robots and computers are dumb. They are not as intelligent as you are. So you have to give them very clear instructions. Here, these are the instructions that we are giving to our robot. To draw a T. Understood? Now I want you guys to write a program to give instructions to your robot to draw this nice picture. We will be using the same instructions. The pen will be initially at the same position at the top left corner. Let's see how you are going to do it. The picture is slightly different kind from the previous one. You can do it together in pair. Now what do you need to do is, now take a sheet of paper individually and start writing the program. Using the commands pen up, pen down, left, right, up, down, loop N, begin, end. After doing that, after writing the complete program, now you hand over your program to the other person who is your friend. So he will be your robot and he will actually just read your instructions and draw accordingly. He should not use his brain but simply follow the instructions written by you and draw the picture on a graph sheet using the pen. And if both of you have drawn a good picture like this, you have passed. Your programs are correct. Good work. Okay, now let's move to few more aspects of the programming. So, now I will talk about something called as logical commands. Is it possible to use logics? How do we build logics? Okay, if it rains, then the robot should go inside. Can you program a robot like that? Whenever he sees rain, he should run inside. Is it possible to build that kind of a logic in programming? Yes, it is possible. Now we will learn how to do that. Let's start with a very simple English statement. Let's start the logic with if. Now, if you are feeling hungry, then eat food. Very simply. If feeling hungry, then eat food. Is that right? Isn't it a very good logical statement? Your robot may not be hungry, the statement is just for your understanding. Another logical statement. If getting bored, then switch on the TV. These are the logics which you can program into the robot. This is how we use if in the program. Another logical statement. If it is dark inside the room, then switch on the light. I am just giving you the examples of how to use if and then. Now we will talk about what statements are. There is a statement called testing statement. The answer to the test is always yes or no. Here the testing statement is, if it is dark inside the room, the robot is checking whether the room is dark inside. So there can be only two answers, yes or no. If the answer is yes, then we have to do something. They are called action statements. Switch on the light. It's an action, and this action happens only if the answer to the testing statement is yes. If the answer to the testing statement is no, then the action will not happen. So, we need to understand that there are two statements. One testing statement and another one action statement. Testing statement has only to answer either yes or no. If the answer is yes only, then the respective actions will take place. That's the basic understanding of testing and action statements. This is how we understand the if statement. You can give more examples of if statements. It should have the testing statement as well as action statement. Now, we are going to talk about a little more complex if, which involves, if you have packed lunch, then you can eat from lunch box. else you buy lunch from canteen. Now, we have one testing statement and then two action statement. Watch. If getting bored, then switch on the TV, else sit and study. We have one testing statement and two action statement. The first one is the usual testing statement. Second one is an action statement for yes. And third one is an action statement for no. So here we use if, then and, else. The first action statement is for yes. If you are getting bored, then switch on the TV, or else, which means no, then sit and study. The second action statement. Now we are talking about one testing statement and two action statement. This is called if, else statement. These are the different ways to command the robot. Now here we have a question: whether any kind of if and else can be used in the robot or computer. The answer is no. We cannot use all if and else. Only some of them we will use. In English we talk many times about if, then, and else. Let's see what all things cannot be written in the computer program. Here, if you eat well, then you will be healthy, else you will be sick. Can we write like that? No, we cannot write this. Do you know why? Because you see, the first one is not a test. If you eat well means it is not a testing statement. It's just a kind of a value statement. We are giving them the values. We cannot get that in the computer. Next one. You will be healthy. This is not an action statement. Means what? You need to do something, only then it's an action. Here the statement is you will be healthy. It's not an action. You will be sick. This is also not an action statement. We cannot do anything knowing that you will be healthy or you will be sick. And it does not have any action that can be performed. Hence it is not action statement, hence it cannot be given to the computer. So when you do not have a proper testing or action statement, it cannot be given to the computer. Only if we have a clear-cut test statement and action statement, you can give it to the computer. Remember this one. Now look how to make a robot to do this. If it is dark inside the room, then switch on the light. Is it possible to write a program for this? Let's say, to write a program, we need to have some commands. What are my commands? My commands are input, output, if, then, and if. There are 5 commands. How do they work? We will see. First, we have the input command. Input, light. Why should we say that? Means, how do we find out that there is darkness inside the room? You should look for it, no? Here, input light means look for light. Now we have the interesting statement. If light is equal to false. What do we mean by that? It means there is no light. If light is equal to true means there is light. So if light is equal to false means it is dark. Then what do you do? Output lamp is equal to on. So in this case, lamp means light. So to switch on the light, we say output lamp is equal to on. That's all. We are not saying anything about else part. That's it. It's very simple. If there is darkness, then switch on the light. This can be done using these commands. We will move forward. If we upload this program to the robot, what will our robot do? Robot will look for the light in the room. The input, light. Then if robot sees there is no light in the room, means it's dark. Then it will switch on the lamp. Lamp on means switch on the light. That's all. The program is done.